Hi everyone, Tam's here. In this video, I am going to share with you how I am using my Midori Traveler's Notebooks. Recently, I shared on Instagram a photo of all of my current Traveler's Notebooks, and I did have someone ask about why I need so many journals and notebooks, and I'm happy to elaborate. I've done a lot of videos on how I use these notebooks, and I'll link them in as we go, but I have a couple of updates, so I thought I would share. So here we go. This is my passport version. I have shared this before. I'll link a video somewhere up here, and this I use as my cash envelope system. So I will link a video sharing with you how I use this. This is my letter writing Midori Traveler's Notebook, and I have also shared a very detailed video on this, and I will link that as well, so no changes there. This is my journal. I have shared this year that I'm doing a little different in my journaling. I'm doing morning pages and some watercolor and things like that. I have made my own inserts, as you can see, and I'm on my third. I filled up 2 so far. These were handmade, and then I'm just using a regular Midori insert that I'm jazzing up for the month of April. But I did change a little in how I do this, and I've been sharing on Instagram a lot of my watercolors and what I've been doing here. And this is an ongoing share. Maybe I'll do a flip through, but the majority of it, I'm doing a lot of writing, and this is my morning pages and also my creative outlet. So I'm sure you guys aren't interested in just looking at morning pages, but you can get an idea. Again, I'll just do a quick little flip. A lot of writing has been going on this year, and just a lot that needs to come out. So I'm filling these up pretty quickly and doing a lot there. There we go. And for this one, this is my olive Midori. It's a little hard to see in this light, but this is the olive version. Now here's where the change up comes. I recently obtained the blue Midori, which I think is lovely. And what I have done in this is my everyday carry. This is my work notebook. I have shared in the past how I use a traveler's notebook as a bullet journal and just a plain old notebook I use for work. This is not anything, this first insert is not anything I'll share because it's just notes I take at work, and there's nothing pretty or creative about that. It's just how I jot down my ideas. And then this one, I have shared this in the past. This is how I use a Midori insert for my flylady notebook, and I will link that as well. So some of you have already seen that. Now this used to have the black cover, but when I got the blue, I put in my work and flylady inserts into the blue one. And this is the biggest change. This is my old black one, and I've mentioned a couple of times before in my tea chats that I enjoy a lot of the creativity of Molly Roberts. She is a YouTuber. She doesn't do a whole lot of videos anymore, but she has a Patreon channel. And one of the things I have really enjoyed learning from her is this idea of art magic and just kind of doing a lot of fun things with creativity and embracing different things. She is very good at providing very fun prompts for journal entries and things of that nature. And so I decided I wanted to try some of the things in her ebook. Last year I bought her ebook called Art Magic, and it just had some fun, different approaches to creativity and just trying things you probably had never tried before. And this is how I'm going to house that notebook. It is constructed right now. There's nothing really in it. I've only just constructed it. I love making junk journals, so I did make my own insert, and I'll tell you just a little about that. The charms were given to me, and then everything that went into the handmade insert was something given to me. Even this paper here was sent to me in the mail. Stamps. I've played with tea dyeing. I have just used whatever anyone has given to me and tried to incorporate. I've got vintage papers that was sent to me by a pen pal. I've got some watercolor paper, some Tomoe River paper. I am keeping this theme kind of along the lines of astrology and crystals, because I am really psyched about the remake of Dark Crystal. I think Jim Henson just totally embraces a level of creativity that is just, it's just so cool to me. And so I thought the movie Dark Crystal back in the 80s was so well done in terms of all the props and the sets and the characters and everything. And they are making, if you don't know, they're making a prequel to that. Netflix will be coming out with that soon. And I'm really excited about it because it will go into a little more, from what I understand, it will go into a little more depth about the secret keeper. If you watch that movie, you know she had this fantastic observatory, and that is where Jen goes to get the crystal shard. And I just love her space, and I love the idea of mashing up astronomy, astrology, and crystals. I just think that's so cool. So that was my inspiration behind putting this together. But you can see I have used vintage papers that were sent to me. This is a lovely piece of paper that was sent to me from Rosie Moonmay. I love her channel. She has done some wonderful things with some journals, and she's actually sent me a handmade journal. My only entry at this point is I've made one collage, and just to give you an idea of how I see art magic, I wanted to somehow interpret advertising and packaging and marketing over the years, and how women have been portrayed. So I thought this was really fun because this is an old piece from a Montgomery Ward paper, and it's a woman washing clothes. It was an advertisement for some washing detergent. And this is a piece from a Hendrick's bottle of gin from this past Christmas. And I've been able to connect the two ladies with a toast. And that's just, anyway, that's an idea. That's just an idea. One of the many ideas that Molly gives you for prompts. And yeah, so I have not filled this in yet, but this is how I plan to use it. I will not use it every day. Just like a lot of my creative journals, I just use them when the feeling hits me. So I hope that that answers your questions. There is no limit to the amount of notebooks and journals and creative projects you can be working on. It's just a matter of time and energy and how you want to go about doing them. So there you are. These are all my journals that I am currently using. And yes, they are all Midori Traveler's Notebooks. I get them I'm lucky I can get them locally at the Paper Seahorse here in Tampa, Florida. But I have also purchased a couple online from Amazon. But there you are. And I hope this inspires you. If you haven't pulled out your Midori Traveler's Notebook in a while, here are several different ways on how you can fill them up. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you next time. Bye.